to beat him out of it, huh?
You're selling your
Tim Tardy, we got lots of singles to put in your shorts.
Boys, can we bring it in, please? Bring it in, boys, please. Luke and Peter, are you here?
Thank you, sir. $60.
Yeah, right. Get back and turn around. Get back in your mind. Quick, excuse. I want to see the bag of money.
And the shiners.
That's the payoff for keeping your mouth shut.
Bag of money? He's got a bag of money. What the heck is that about?
Good.
Good, how we doing today?
How you doing, man? Hey, what's going on? Did you hit some balls?
Yeah, it's nice hitting out here in the freezing cold.
Yeah, I know. It warms you up, gets things going.
Hit your
You got that on?
Yeah, it's live.
Oh my God. Well, you're gonna get some really good language here.
That's what we're hoping for.
You got to get Q over here. Did you see his face?
No, somebody got hit with a ball?
No, he tripped over the thing. He was going to get something, tripped over it, hit his head. He's got a big shiner.
Oh man, he needs to come up with a better story than that.
On that. Yeah. Oh, he did. Were you here when he did it? No.
Kenny, shoot me like one of your French models.
Look at the shiner. Yeah. You want some pictures? Yeah, we're gonna do that. Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, there it is. That's a shiner.
Yeah, we are. We're gonna try to do it. Yeah. I want to get here. Get over here with that. Take your glasses off, Q. Over here. Cigar. Here, I'll take it.
Everything hurts early on.
I'm going to get the kid version.
What the heck is that?
We can be competing. So we got the live version, then we have the record,
Oh, so it'll be a higher quality video.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how we do it.
All right, I think we're about to get started.
Okay, guys. Gentlemen. Jeff Rothman, you got thrown out of the Federer match. We'll throw you out of this one too, man. Okay, guys.
Come on, put up your fist.
Guys, we got Luke and Peter today.
Oh.
We're going to talk
There you
about
go, so I
poaching,
got it.
approaching, and roaching.
Okay.
All right? Got it, guys.
Yeah, baby.
All right.
Good morning, campers.
Good morning.
Cannonball!
Well, first off, tonight is Mexican night. Very careful with the intake if you're in the Aussie boat race.
Yeah.
Safety, safety, safety. Peter.
All right, boys. Today we're going to go through the approach, starting with it. So we did a little bit yesterday with Roy's court on court 8, but the approach shot, we want to make sure the focus is not about hitting the winner of the shot coming in. The idea of the approach shot is to place it well enough to get yourself set up close enough or near enough to the net, and also take your opponent off the court as much as you can to then have more of an easier volley to hit into the open court. All right, so the key, not hitting the winner, more setting yourself up to take it easy on the volley.
How important is it to go down the line compared to cross court?
Cross court gives away a lot more angles to your opponent, okay, but don't take it away, because one of the best approach shots that I remember was probably Pat Rafter playing Andre Agassi at the Italian Open on the clay, and he used his little off backhand slice that was short into this part of the court to Agassiz camped behind the baseline, loves coming forward, or loves hanging there.
I'll try to get closer.
So now he's brought him forward out of his comfort zone a little bit more. He's down lower, so he's having to play up. The raft is now camped on top of the net. Plays open court. Agassiz caught in what is not his most comfortable position whilst playing from the baseline. So therefore, again, it's not a bad one. If you play a nice deep ball to guys that do love staying back on the baseline, you're actually playing to their advantage. So I know a lot of coaches talking as you're growing up, say, you know, a nice deep approach.
No problem.
If the guys are those baseliners, that's it, right in the hitting zone. They're going to be getting the ball in their spot, and you're going to be caught a little bit more out of position. So there again, I think a shorter approach at times is probably more beneficial.
What about the options with spin?
Spin's a good one. We watch Rafa, not that he's approaching a lot, but when he does, he's not, again, hitting the deep ball. It's more in this service line area with the spin that does get up in here on the guys, and this is another tough shot to play. Out of there, I'd be more prone to playing a lob, but he's still got the guy that's on his way in and he's transitioning. It's not too hard to do a little jinx back and play an easy smash.
How about the underspin?
That's what I think's a great one. Yeah, just that chipper ball that's coming in lower, skidding through and bringing those guys up out of their comfort zone a little bit more.
And in singles, what about the approach down the middle?
Not a bad one either.
It's Luke Jensen asking the questions in the gray.
Wingspan, swinging from the hip. You bring them in that area there. Now, what does it do? It takes away their advantage of the angles. So I think it comes back to what your, as an approacher, as to what your capabilities are, I guess, but also what your opponent's best or strengths are when they're being put under pressure.
How often are you evaluating your opponent as you're going along, as you approach that cross court down the line and then backhand? Do you save any of those, like when we play Sampras, you save that backhand until when you need it, and then you approach to his backhand or serve to his backhand? Yeah,
I think it is key to have a little bit of a joker up the sleeve. You should try it out in the first couple of games of every set, I believe, but then they may make those passes and make it a little bit easier. Come the crunch time of break points or deep into the sets, all of a sudden now the pressure's building because we're closing it out. Oh, hang on. They know the status of the match, and therefore they fall under pressure.
Ready to display some of this stuff?
Give it.
Okay. We had some balls, didn't we?
Oh, I don't know.
Fastest loose move the whole week.
Go four-handed back in here. The approach. Okay, start with the forehand. With the short ball around the service line. Oh!
And then you're in, and there's your open court volley. So again, nothing big, nothing major off the approach. Just keeping it pretty simple in the sideline there. Usually it's light, down the line, sit. I can go back in behind the guy if need be.
Forehand again.
Cross court. Middle one. I'm going to go on the angle, because then I've got that volley there, which I missed. It's a little easier though, right?
Backhand.
Little slice off. That short ball that's coming there.
Try to get
sun's in the eye. There you go. Short ball there. That's a good ball.
Oh yeah.
That's another bad ball.
Good ball and a bad ball.
Yeah, which one you want?
I'm going to go here again. I'm going to go slice into Kenny there. Right. Deeper. Off back end.
Nice.
Okay? See how it's easy just to come in. I'm not running through the ball either. So on your approach, don't be coming in and trying to get to the net.
Luke Jensen, the Jensen brothers fame, is feeding right by me. Here comes the forehand approach. Ho, 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 ho. Just got nailed by that last volley. Steve Contardi right in the ankle. Oof, nice. Sorry you guys can't see where these balls are landing.
One that comes in, instead of letting it bounce, you take it out of the air with a swing ball.
Still drive volley, yes. That means I've got to run faster again.
Alright, drive volley out of the air.
Remember your turn next.
That's right, here we go.
Important guys on this high ball, and as you come into play volleys later on, Don't be trying to bring it down, okay? A lot of guys come, oh, high ball, I better drag it down. Because 95 times you always pull it in the net. Punch through the ball. Right through.
That's it.
One more, backhand side.
Backhand side. Watch him run right into it. Gets in position. Gets it away. Let's hear it for Peter, everybody. Okay, we've talked about this in the past. I'm a huge believer in successful doubles. Comes down to a successful and confident net player. So Peter's going to demonstrate his positioning when his partner's serving to the deuce court. Now obviously we can get into bigger points, 15, 30, 30, 40. That's an obvious big point, but people forget the focus on the first point. If you get that first point for your partner who's serving, gives them a lot more confidence and ease, not as much tension when you're up 15 love playing. So watch his position first and watch where he moves off of this. See how he's coming forward. This little move here is massive. Now if he goes parallel, he's in kind of a bit of a sticky situation because it's a difficult volley. You're making it a little bit tougher because you're far away from the net. Watch him close in on an angle. Call this the angle of attack. Another one you can use, if you start doing this, your opponent's going to counter with the down the line. When they do go down the line, one shot you can use in doubles, I believe angles kill. When you think about the great doubles players of all time of recent memory, think of Navratilova and McEnroe, who played for 4 decades successfully. They used angles. They weren't as fast, weren't as strong. McEnroe wasn't as smart anymore as the others had, but he used angles extremely successfully. So when he gets caught and they go down the line, he counters with an angle. Doesn't hit it hard, but he's trying to get around the outside of the ball. Think about your game.
Almost caught that one.
How often are you using this shot right here? Now it's a little bit tougher when the ball's coming fast, but if you get around the outside of the ball, put some side spin on it, you're golden right here. Peter, what are you thinking about when that ball's coming, when you're trying to hit that ball?
Firstly, before that, I guess you've got to be thinking about this faking or this split step as you go. You've got to take the cross, you've got to take the cross with that momentum, as you mentioned. We're still in the same process here. Oh, I can always see across there ready to go. You've got to be looking for it. And that's what we see a lot here. Guys standing for doubles, nearly on their heels, flat-footed, or even leaning back, or oh yeah, I can take that one. If you're taking that ball, that's your partner's ball coming in. So be on your toes and be looking to go either way, but going forward as you're going forward.
How important is communication for you in doubles? That you're telling your serving partner that you are crossing or looking to poach?
I'm a talker, and I like communicating in that manner to my partner, understanding where they want to go, or if I'm seeing what's happening on the receiver, if he's going serving to the backhand a lot and the receiver's already working his way across, I'll mention this. And this one here, same sort of ball toss. Let's swing it wide. Let's take him out of that zone where he thinks he's going to go. Okay, you've got to start working as a team and working out, well, what's the way we can break these guys down. Same with returns. Even just doing this around the net can throw off this other guy down there. So you're starting to get that little bit of a mental edge.
Create doubt, everybody. When you're at the net, create doubt. Let's go to the other side. The most important position, in my opinion, is this net player right here, because in big points, again, 15-30, 30-15, these are swing points, break points, any of this situation. I see so many players at the net here, they become statues, predictable. As a net player, what you're trying to do for your side and your serving partner is to help them out by being chaotic, create doubt in the mind of the returner. Nothing worse than you're trying to return and that person's up there just jumping all over the place, looking to poach, looking to create all this chaos. So as the ball goes cross court, watch Peter go on that angle again. And if you're nervous, go right down the middle, low part of the net, big target, and it splits the opponents in two. Watch him go forward. Watch his left arm, everybody. This is the secret to a really good stick one-hand backhand volley. He stays sideways he's able to get a little bit more bite on that volley because he throws that left arm back. Remember when Rocket talked about the backhand topspin where you dip that shoulder down to get a little bit more leverage? Kind of similar, same thing on the backhand volley. Right here, Peter. Boom. That is awesome. Anything to add to that?
No, I think it's just mirrors what goes on with the other side. Again, looking for the ball, whether you communicate that or not. You might say, I'm going to say, or I'm going to fake. But even if you fake, it doesn't mean, oh yeah, I'll do this one and hold back. That means I'll do this one, and if it's there, I've got to take it, because that's my job. I'm trying to take time away from these guys, trying to help my partner. If I leave that, even if it's a floating ball, he's not going to get much further in than here. And then he's got no pace to work with. So it's important to take away time from your opponent and use the pace off the ball. Brings this guy in a little bit more, and now you guys have, as a team, have great net position. Luke, you asked me also, sorry, the question with the communication. I'm a talker. I remember playing you guys a lot, and you guys were a lot of messages and stuff like that, signals and things. So there's a lot of different ways of doing it.
What about the low ball over the net? You gotta get really
So on the return low, yeah. So one of the things on the low one that I like to do is, again, I start using angles at that point. A good safe one if you're nervous is to go back down the middle. But watch Peter here when it's low, he can use an L, that's too high. But he's aiming for the doubles, go for the angle into the doubles outs. So if it was something like that, that is deadly. Do that one again. Because remember, the returner's way back there.
That is deadly.
So on the forehand side, like the other side, I'm really, let's start right here again.
Yeah.
When they do go down the line, again, go back to communication. Make sure, especially on these big points, if you're going to show that kind of look that you're going to try to cross and intercept, tell your serving partner that you're looking to take it. You may not have a planned cross, but I'm telling you, if you don't tell your partner you're going to be crossing and you get burned down the line and say yours, that guy's going to be effing pissed off that he's stuck with his pants down over there when he could have been like, okay, my partner's looking to take it. He's looking to kind of take anything wounded hanging up there, but if he does get passed down the line and he's crossing, that server, that's his or her responsibility to get over there. So if you just give him a heads up. On big points, I always like to ask my partner, where do you want to serve? I can give them ideas, but on big points, you want that server going with their best stuff. Their best stuff, because you want the serve to go in, and then you say, I'm looking for something. If it floats, I'm taking it. I'm gonna be looking to poach. At least you have something in the mind of your partner that says, you may have to cover my bacon.
And what about down the line, the low?
Well, then for me,
down or cross, what's the concept?
I'm going short cross court. And Peter will demonstrate this. If it goes low right here, he's got that. Now that means the returner's partner has got a Motor City Cobra all the way over there. So they may get to it, your team will shift over, but you have a numerical advantage, 2 players against 1, because that guy's getting a hamburger. He's on the next court. So watch this once again. Angle's killing our game. Right, he gets around the outside of the ball, and he's aiming for the doubles alley. Actually, you can, if you want a little bit more safety, these balls are dead. Sorry, Peter. He's aiming, even if you go to that single sideline, that's a great shot. Look at that right there. Here we go. Match point Wimbledon. Awesome. Let's hear it for Peter, everybody.
Get this one, cross it out, because his partner towards the middle now, but his partner got to go way back to the cover.
Well, if you follow that ball and you shift, as long as you have somebody in front of that ball, so if it does go cross court, your partner should be in front, and then you shift over to cover the middle. There's so much about that shifting that takes place. And finally, everybody, there's one thing I saw, when you lob, we talked about the lob a lot, make sure you think about lobbing over the backhand side. We're not trying to get a lot of Laver Cup winners. Okay, we don't want any Laver Cup award winners every night. So make sure when you lob, because we've been promoting the lob a lot, concentrate lob over the backhand side. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.
Thanks, boss. That was awesome.
We could do this on the road.
Oh, hey.
So when they do the
Let me cut it.